1. Computers, storage, and memory device. These days, the concept of cloud storage is gaining popularity. In cloud storage, data is maintained and managed over the internet rather than on hard disks, CDs, and pendrives. Cloud storage is convenient as the file stored in the cloud can be accessed through internet anywhere and anytime. Cloud storage providers such as Dropbox, OneDrive, Google Drive are very popular nowadays because they offer free storage space. Learning outcomes lists the unit for measuring memory. Identify the two types of memory, primary and secondary. Discuss the types of primary memory, RAM and ROM. Explain the features of secondary memory. List the uses of secondary storage devices. Setup. Name at least 2 units of measurement for each of the following. 1 weight, comment this. 2 distance, comment this. 3 capacity, comment this. 4 temperature, comment this. A computer is an electronic device that works according to the instruction given by us. It has the ability to accept data in the form of raw fact and figure such as numbers, characters, or other symbols. This data in its own has no meaning. It becomes meaningful only after processing by a computer. The processed data which has a proper meaning is called information. Data plus meaning equal to information. Examples of data and information. Data, information. Marks obtained by a student in 5 subjects each. Percentage of marks can be calculated by dividing the total marks by 5. Price of a product and quantity of a product. Total cost can be calculated by multiplying the price and quantity of the product. The input devices are used to enter data which is then processed by the central processing unit, means CPU. The processed information can then be displayed or printed using the output devices. The following diagrams depicts the relationship between data and information. Relationship between data and information. Input means data, processing of data, then output information. A computer needs memory to store data and instruction that are used during processing. It also needs memory to store processed output. In this chapter, we will learn about the computer memory. Let us first get started with the units that are used to measure the computer memory. Measuring memory. There are various units such as gram, kilogram for measuring weight, and meter, kilometer for measuring distance. Similarly, There are units of measuring the computer memory. A computer is an electronic machine and can understand only two states: on represented by 1 and off represented by 0. The languages of zeros and 1 is understood by the computer is known as binary languages. The data is stored in the computer memory in the form of zeros and ones, which are called bits or binary digits. Thus, bits is the smallest unit of measuring computer memory. The capacity of computer memory can also be expressed in terms of bytes. A combination of 8 bits makes up 1 byte. There are other bigger units of measuring memory. The following table lists down these units in detail. Units of measuring the computer memory. Units of measurement, relation with other units. Byte, 1 byte equal to 8 bits. Kilobyte, 1 kilobyte or KB is equal to 1024 bytes. Megabyte, 1 megabyte or 1 MB is equal to 1024 KB. Gigabyte, 1 gigabyte or 1 GB is equal to 1024 MB. 1 terabyte, 1 terabyte or 1 TB 10254 GB. Petabyte, 1 petabyte or PB equal to 1024 TB. Exabyte, 1 exabyte or EB equal to 1024 PB. Zettabyte, 1 zettabyte or JB equal to 1024 EB. Yottabyte, 1 yottabyte or 1 YB equal to 1024 ZB. Types of memory in computers. The computer memory can be classified into the following two types: primary memory, secondary memory. Primary and secondary memories can be further classified as shown in the given flowchart: computer memory, primary memory, secondary memory. Primary memory RAM, ROM. Secondary memory hard disk, CD, DVD, Pendrive, memory card. Primary memory. The primary memory is also known as the main memory or internal memory. A computer cannot run without primary memory. It holds only those data and instruction on which the computer is currently working. The data on the primary memory is directly available to the central processing unit, CPU. The CPU reads the instruction stored in the primary memory and executes them as and when required. The primary memory can be divided into two parts. RAM means random access memory and ROM, read-only memory. RAM. When we refer to the computer's primary memory, we are actually referring to RAM. RAM stands for random access memory. Following are the characteristics of RAM. RAM is a read or write memory. This information can be written onto and read from RAM. RAM holds the instruction and data on which we are currently working. For example, when a computer starts, it loads the operating system into RAM. When we are working on any program, we are actually working on the program loaded in the RAM. RAM is a volatile memory. It retains the stored information as long as the power is on. When the power supply is switched off, the stored information in the RAM is lost. The amount of RAM installed in a computer affects the number and size of program that a system can run at the same time. For example, a computer having higher RAM will be able to load multiple software applications quickly. ROM. ROM stands for read-only memory. It stores permanent instruction required for proper functioning of the computer system. The content of ROM is permanently recorded at the time of its manufacturing. The characteristics of ROM are as follows. On ROM, the pre-recorded data can only be read. ROM is a non-volatile memory as it retains the content even when the power is switched off. In many computers, ROM is used for storing a special software called BIOS, means basic input or output system. This software helps in loading the operating systems when the computer is switched on. Process it. A. Put the following features under the correct columns, RAM or ROM. Volatile in nature, non-volatile in nature, read-only memory, contains BIOS for loading the operating system, read or write memory. This is RAM, ROM. Do this. RAM, volatile in nature. ROM, non-volatile in nature. ROM, read-only memory. Contain BIOS for loading the operating system. Read or write memory. Secondary memory. The secondary memory is also called auxiliary memory, external memory, or backup memory. We just learned that a computer's primary memory, more specifically RAM, has a limited storage capacity and it stores data temporarily. In order to store data permanently, we need to use secondary memory or storage devices. Secondary storage devices can store large amount of data permanently. On the device present inside or outside the computer, these storage devices are used for bulk storage of program, data and other information. They have much larger capacity than primary memory and they are non-volatile. Let us now discuss some of the secondary storage devices. Hard disks. This is hard disk. A hard disk is the main secondary storage device found inside a computer. It is present inside the CPU box. It can store large amount of data. All the work done in a computer can be stored on a hard disk. This data can be retrieved whenever required. Update. Nowadays, external hard disks are available in the market. They can be easily plugged into the computer through USB port. They help in transferring the data from one computer to other computer. Using external hard disks in computer instantly increases the storage space of a computer or network. CD. This is compact discs. CDs or compact discs are circular in shape and can store huge amount of data. They can be easily carried from one place to another. Most of the programs and games that we use on our computer are available on CDs. A compact disk can store approximately 700 MB of data. The CDs are of two types and they are as follows. CD-R, it is called recordable CD. Data once recorded on it cannot be removed. CD-RW, it is called rewritable CD. Data written on the CD rewritable CD-RW can be erased and new data can be stored on it. DVD. A DVD or digital versatile disc. This is digital versatile disc. Looks like a CD. A DVD is capable of storing 6 times more than a CD. Also, a DVD can be single or double-sided. A DVD can be used to store many movies. The storage capacity of a DVD is approximately around 4.7 GB. Pen drive or flash drive. This is pen drive. A pen drive is a storage device which is small in size. It can be easily carried in a pocket or a keychain. A pen drive is used to store and transfer data from one computer to another. It is connected to the USB means universal serial bus port of the computer. Hence, it is also called USB drive. Memory card. This is memory card. Memory card is smaller in size but can store photos, audio, video and data files. It is used in various electronic devices like mobile phones, digital cameras, MP3 players, gaming consoles and many other portable devices. To conclude, the following table lists out the important difference between the primary memory and secondary memory. Difference between primary and secondary memory. Primary memory, secondary memory. Primary memory has a limited temporary storage capacity. Secondary memory has huge permanent storage capacity as compared to primary memory. Primary memory is directly accessible by CPU. Secondary memory is not directly accessible by CPU. The two parts of primary memory have changing nature. RAM is volatile memory, whereas ROM is non-volatile memory. Secondary memory is always non-volatile in nature. The primary memory devices, RAM and ROM, are usually affixed on the motherboard inside the computer system. The secondary memory devices may be present inside or outside the computer system. Process it. B. If we want to save our data from a computer to a device and carry it in a bag, then which storage device will we use and why? Comment this. Give the full form of each of the following: CD, CPU, RAM, ROM, DVD. Comment this. Data. Raw facts and figures such as numbers, characters, or other symbols which do not convey any meaning. Information. Processed data which conveys proper meaning. Primary memory, a type of memory whose contents can be directly accessed by the CPU. RAM, a volatile read or write memory used for storing data and programs that are directly accessible to the CPU. ROM, a non-volatile memory that is used for storing BIOS program. Secondary memory, a non-volatile memory which is used for bulk storage of program, data, and other instructions. Refresh. A computer accepts data in the form of raw facts and figures. It processes the data and converts it into meaningful information. A computer memory is used for storing data and instruction. A computer can only understand binary languages. Binary languages consist of zeros and ones. The various units for measuring the computer memory in the ascending order by bytes, kilobytes, megabyte, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, exabyte, zettabyte, and yottabyte. The computer memory is of two types: primary memory and secondary memory. Primary memory is of two types: RAM and ROM. Primary memory has a limited storage capacity and it stores data temporarily. Secondary memory can store large amount of data permanently. Secondary memory devices are hard disks, compact disks, digital versatile disks means DVD, this is CD, pen drive, and memory card. Execute. Choose the correct answer. Do this and comment this. Fill in the blanks using the words given below. Information, pen drive, 1 byte, hard disk, RAM. Do this and comment this. Answer the following questions. Comment this. Take the correct statement and cross out the wrong one. Do this and comment this. Complete the mind map with correct feature of secondary memory. From the given list, put numbers only. One used for bulk storage of program, data, and instruction. 2. Types RAM and ROM. 3. Non-volatile in nature. 4. Directly accessible by CPU. 5. More capacity than the primary memory. 6. Examples: pendrive, CD or DVD. Do this and comment this.